shit taken from me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be NFL. I wanted to go to pro. I wanted to build athletes. Taken from me. You know what I'm saying? I had to be a man earlier. My father died when I was 13. Taken from me. Like, life is short. This shit can only happen while we're here. So am I gonna bitch and moan and kind of like shut down? Or I'm gonna prove to not only myself, the people before me that passed that wanted to see me here, and the people that are in my future that I'm sure I want to bring with me.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's the word, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today, man, we got a very special guest here. I lost my voice a little bit screaming at the Bears game, obviously, but
man, it was lit. I seen the reels.
We got the CEO and founder of the Leak Kings here. You're a real certified legend within the videography scene here in Chicago, right? You've been able to do work with Cardi B, LV the God, G Herbo.
List goes on. Polo G, freaking A Boogie, fucking, oh, bro. Anything that comes to Chicago, like I want to put my hands on. You know what I'm saying? Being connected some way, somehow. You know, I was able to also get plaques with OTF, the whole nine. So it's like, shit, if it's here, I want a part of it, you know?
Well, shit, Chicago's very own.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's a stamp. You know, when you come here, I try to make it seem like a tap in. Like, yep, I'm trying to tap in with Chicago's very own. Me, and then not only that, but like the connection people I have around me too. So like I always want to put people in position, not just with me and everything that comes with the connections that I built here when people do come from other places and shit. You know, when they come here to mess with Cole Bennett or they come here to mess with some of the greatest producers, they be putting them on to other people around them, you know? So I look at it like that too.
Man, for the people that don't know, introduce yourself, bro.
Well, my name is Jose. I go by CVO Films, the Lead King CVO, director, entrepreneur, investor, father. That's the number one. But yeah, I've been doing videos and pictures since I was probably like 15, and from there, learned and just took that shit to the next level. Kept doing it, kept being passionate, kept wanting to push the artistry than just pick up a camera and be around people, you know? And I feel like that's what, you know, made the name in itself and where I come from too.
You talked a lot about these connections that you made, and a lot of the times it's brick by brick, right? We don't just wake up one day and say, damn, I get to work with Cole Bennett. Damn, I get to work with G Herbo.
Never. Some of that should just be out the fucking sky.
You said that you want to be able to touch everything that does have Chicago on it, right?
Yeah.
What were some of those links you found in being able to make those connections?
I really started just kind of like building myself into the entertainment game, right? It was more so, all right, what I'm going to do is I need to be at every show. If there's a studio session and I know the producer, I want to be there. If, you know, there's a music video and I know the videographer, I want to be there. So my early time was more so getting into the shows. I would take pictures of some of the concerts. I knew some of the promoters, some of the security guards type ordeal. So go in there, take some fire-ass pictures, and already had pictures on my Instagram ready to go. So whenever there was a co-headline or any artist that was performing before the headline, before this, then the third, I'm showing them. I'm in the back green room or the backstage, like, yo, check out my work. Like, I do some good stuff. I want to do something with you. I'm here in the flesh, you know, because anybody, especially even, you know, back then, even now, like send you an Instagram message, they're not really gonna mess with it or look at it, but it's different when you in their face. So I was able to really push and show them undeniable work in their face, and it was able to, you know, build up that clientele when it's like, I feel like the easier way for me to get in the door was working my way in to everyone that brings them in the door, which is producers, higher up videographers or photographers if they're doing a good shoot, you know, and then the promoters. You know, they're booking them. They're with the management. You know, I got locked in with my guy Miguel, who is what's his promotion? Put the City on, and I've been locked in with him since I was young already. Show him I was a go getter. I want to be around. I want to do things, and he was like, "Come on!" And he pretty much put me to be able to be in the same room with P&B Rock, A Boogie, Cardi B, Lil Bibby. That day, Snow the Product, like, shit, you see, like that's 5 artists I was able to secure right there just because I show good work. I also do things for the promoter. You need recap. You need this. You need that. It kind of puts you in those lanes. So I was always, again, attacking from the inside, like the inside out.
Making yourself available and being a team player for real, right? It's important. I think when it comes down to building a business and you're looking for interns, sometimes they don't see the value in, hey, be here, do this, and we're gonna make some cool shit happen.
No, for real.
And not to say that you were an intern, but with that came a lot of free work. You know, it wasn't just one day that they said, here, I'm going to give you 100, 200, 300 bucks, right? You had to earn that money by being able to show that you produced good work each and every single time.
There's such thing as value outside of money. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a connection, whether it's a friendship, freaking, it's like the shit can go on, right? So I didn't need $1 because I knew the value that this connection and doing this type of work was going to bring me. You know, I knew the type of door that it was opening.
What about those times when those connections didn't pay off though?
There's a lot of times I didn't have some people not fall through, but it's like with me, it never really stopped my motion. You know what I'm saying? I never took too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I never cared for it as much. If a link didn't go through, or if my connection fell through, or even burned a bridge, it's like there's 8 billion people out here. I know, you know, someone can give me the next person to the next person, and kind of still build from there. You know, one bad apple, I still see 100 other apples that we can go, you know, play with. You know, but like I learn from them, because it's like I also learn from the things I don't want them to be like, okay, whatever they're doing, and I know that shit wrong. I know they lollygagging with me. They not on point with me. They don't care for whatever we got going on. I take whatever they're doing and put it onto the next person. I know what I'm looking for now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the red flags. I'm looking for everything, where it's like, if you match that person and I know what the fuck he did, I don't want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to step back already. So I take it as also lessons too. I shape everybody from past experience and know what I like and what I don't like. Because as a person, of anybody person, you should know what you want and not want around you.
Because you are the company you keep, right? The people that surround you shape the way that you think, and they feed into you. They feed in their energy. It's a quote I heard from WWE, but something I love is saying, you know, going from undesirable to being undeniable.
Exactly.
A lot of the times, you're not desirable in the beginning. People don't want to work with you and they don't see your value. This, bro, tell me somebody that said, hey, I want to come on here and have a talk about mental health and everything I'm going through 5 years ago, right? And now they see what's happening and it's, let me get an interview. Man, just like, and that's the crazy thing when I think about 5 years, right? Is that it literally started from just me being me. Like, that's all this brand is. It's me being me. And being able to take that to the point where, like, even when people deny me, still I say, like, damn, at some point is not, like, you're not going to be able to.
That's the beauty of pushing something that you love, that's you, your brand, whatever the case is. Like, that's what we do it for. We do it to be undeniable, to show people that this shit matters. What we want to talk about matters. What we want to put in our energy in, our time in, our life in, that shit matters. And sooner or later, motherfuckers gonna see that. You know, when they do, you know, it's like, it's a dopamine to us, obviously. And it's like, you know, I know in the back of our mind, like, man, I told you so. Like, what you doing? You know, we could have been did this. But also at the same time, then you start looking at it, okay, now you're looking at the business side and start picking out your options, you know? Yeah. Yeah, you was talking shit back then. All right, I still want you. You got some shit going on, whatever, you know. You let certain things in your head shape what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think what we really got as far as creatives, and again, you pushing your word, pushing you as a person, man, once become undeniable, that shit feel like gold.
When you look back, what do you feel like was one of the most important moments in your career that really shaped the way that you thought?
I feel like there was two moments. One is networking, you know, like before I really push the pedal to the metal of the network and try to be everywhere, I was like timid, shy. I ain't want to talk to nobody. And, your network is your net worth. I believe that now, and it is now. That's something that when I when I stumbled upon that, when I was struggling with that, I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I didn't know how to show someone my work and sound good or want them to be around me or even hear continuously what I'm talking about. You feel me? And once I kind of shaped and got out of my own like comfort zone and was able to talk, like that was a big change in my life where it was like, okay, I became more confident. I can talk to people. I feel like I talk to anybody. I feel like I could maintain a conversation as long as it could be. I be having hour conversations now with people, and it's great conversations. I only like great conversations because dumb conversations don't. Now, how I know now, like it's not for me. It's for the birds. I like a good conversation every time because that's that hour I'm wasting on a bullshit call or a bullshit conversation. I could have been something else. You know what I'm saying? And then the other lesson is like one thing that I like stick with. No one's gonna save you. You gotta do the shit yourself.
But what was the moment that showed you that?
After shooting with fucking everybody, being around everybody, I was making $150,000, maybe $200,000 a year shooting videos, artist. No one came in and was like, yo, CVO, we gonna move over here. I'm gonna say we gonna take care, we gonna go to the moon, we gonna shoot all the videos, or we're gonna do this, that, and a third. Never happened. And I've been around some big fucking artists. I've been around some big people, some big producers, some big other videographers, names in the city. I've been around a lot of people. No one did that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have their little group of people that they're gonna do that for. But it's like when you're around and they tell you things and it just doesn't happen, I knew it wasn't coming. I went down to my last like $10,000 shooting videos and just solely a videographer, solely just trying to shoot music, this and the third, last 10,000. And my bills at the time probably like 3,000 or something. So I know this money's about to run out. What the fuck am I gonna do? And so, you know, whatever what they call like a epiphany, you know what I'm saying? You got a little self-reflect, and I was like, yo, I need something to change. Everybody's a videographer. Everybody's doing content. Content is becoming bigger. Camera qualities are becoming easier to get now. You know what I'm saying? So it was like my need was less than what everyone was bringing. So I was like, you know what? It's time to pivot. And that's where I kind of focused on building myself, building my businesses, my brand, my companies the right way, locking in with a mentor to see other ways I can really generate revenue outside of just wanting to shoot with rappers in the hood or, be around the next big thing and hopefully they do something for you.
But why was it you initially thought that it was somebody else's responsibility to do that for you?
I wouldn't say I didn't feel like they should have did it for me. It was more so when you got people and you're working with someone, you're shooting all their videos. You got an artist and you're shooting all their videos and they're blowing up, and it's like a partnership. Like, man, you see like Cole Bennett and what he was doing with all the artists that he built, you know what I'm saying? Juice WRLD, this and that. They build a partnership, they build a team. You build a brand and empire together. Like I see a lot of different rappers shooting with 100 videographers. It was like, man, why not stick with one person and build that catalog? That's why if you see some of the bigger artists, they got like maybe 3 main videographers they'll probably shoot with for real. Maybe 2, maybe even 1. Like Dirk. Dirk be shooting everything with Jerry. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect example. To his hood fast stuff, to his slow stuff. Jerry can do it all. And it's like they built their repertoire and they pay each other and they, do that shit together. So that's how I was kind of looking at it. Like, look, I had a couple people, try to put me under their wing or be like, yeah, bro, we gonna blow together. It just never happened, and I was looking for that tag team, that duo, that Scotty and Pimpin, God damn it. Michael and Scotty, like you need 2 to build, build that little dynasty start. That's how you started up. And that's what I was kind of hoping for until I realized it wasn't coming.
Did it not happen because it wasn't happening, or did it not happen because the other person didn't look out in the end?
It was more so the other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would always, again, I like to keep my bridges clean. I like to be on point, respectful, do whatever it takes to get to the next step, the next level. I like to say I'm always on no one's ever always on point 100%, but I like to say I'm pretty darn close to it, where I was never getting that reciprocated back, especially from certain names and certain artists that just had money now then and don't got money now. Some got money now and they're fucking in wherever they are, I feel like that's the ball game. That's the entertainment industry. Put it like that. No one's coming to save you, so I'm building my shit. And then that took, I want to say like 6 years for me to realize that shit for real.
Which goes back to the fact that you got to become undeniable, right? Because those same people are going to spin back. I'm only feeling myself lately because we're about to hit the 5 years. Like, I don't talk like that regularly, but it really does make me reflect on like everything we've been able to do. And it was all because we just kept going, right? Becoming undeniable and doing what you love.
Exactly.
Through this, you've been able to earn plaques. You've been able to generate millions of views, make money, live off of it for a while, right? Do you feel like it fulfilled you the way that you thought it would?
Yes and no. Really, I got mixed feelings because I feel like with me being a videographer and being solely that for a while, what I got out of it, that I feel like I got the most out of it, I was actually able to put my name and foot into almost everything. I done shot everything you could think of, from commercial, wedding, quince, movie. I got 2 movies. I got 1 movie out, another one coming out. Music videos, concerts, sporting events, highlight tapes. Like, I could say I literally did almost all aspect of a creative. And that's, not every videographer, a lot of people could say that they got a catalog like that. I was able to build a solid catalog where it's like, what do you want to see? I could show you. I got reels when reels became a thing. I know how to do reels. I know how to do it all. So that's one thing I'm grateful for, me being a videographer and a solely videographer for so long, is that I was really able to put my foot in every door, learn ways how certain things could be shot. Like a commercial shouldn't be shot like no music video, and the movies needs to be, shot selected, and then lighting has to be, on point. You start to really build yourself as a creative, and that's what I love. What I say is, where I didn't feel like I really reached it, I feel I shouldn't have put my hopes up into like build, I want to say building with an artist, but like just only focusing on artists and trying to make that the lane that, makes me the millions or stardom or whatever the fuck it is, be successful, be financially free, If I was doing, if I had the knowledge that I have now that I knew then, I'd have just been doing corporate shit all day. I'd have killed that game. I'd have killed that game from the jump, because a lot of this content stuff wasn't, jumping at the time. So I would have went to every dealership, every business, every mom and pop little restaurant. I would have built a whole freaking commercial marketing team and went nuts, because that's some of the things I'm doing now. And it's like, man, man, this shit would have been so much easier.
Because everybody's in the game.
Like there's things I like, man, I wish I capitalized on. But I love the game. I respect the game. It gave me pretty much almost everything I wanted. So I love that I actually picked up a camera, because it actually changed my life.
But once you got all those things, do you feel like it was still the thing that you wanted?
No, I know. Once I had that, I knew I wanted more. For real. That's why I kind of came to this side of being an entrepreneur. Instead of having a catalog as a videographer, I wanted to have a catalog as a entrepreneur. I want 10% of everything. I want damn near 10% of a studio, 10% of a gas station, 10% of a grocery store, a barbershop, fucking everything. So I'd be like, I'm gonna go get groceries from my store. I'm gonna go get gas at my gas station. Like really upper echelon shit. And that's where, because I've seen it. I've even seen it during, being a videographer, but now knowing that shit is really possible, like millionaires are really generated every year. A lot of them, actually, where it's like, okay, boom, pivot, started to be an entrepreneur, pretty much was able to end 2025 with an M in assets. Technically, I'm a millionaire in in my net worth.
Just not liquid.
Just not liquid. But if I needed to, shit, I'm
Find a way.
well, it would be there. I promise you. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of, again, joining that side. It's like I was shooting videos and going crazy for 150 to 200,000, but that's putting in man hours, this, that, third, waiting for people to send you your money, your back end, don't want to send deposits, all the extra dumb shit. But now it's like, shit, if I need 100K, I can almost snap my fingers and get it now. Like, that's a better life, I feel. But then it's also there, everything comes with its own headaches. So it's like, now I gotta see what the fuck I'm gonna do with this 100K to make me 300K, 400K. What's the smartest thing to do? I'm not gonna go shoot 100,000 videos to possibly make 100K. I'm gonna go make one move and make that shit happen now. And that's where that like pivot comes in now. That's like when you realize that that's what I want. And that's what I want to leave for my son. Like, I need to leave a legacy, a fucking foundation, a fucking empire. And there's gonna be stipulations, obviously, because you're not just gonna get anything from me and just, like, no, it's gonna be some stipulations behind it in the will and stuff, but it's a blessing to say I can do that. That's something that I can do, because that's almost like what they call like American dream. Everyone wants to do that. Have a will, leave the keys to the castle to their kids and grandkids and yada, yada, yada. Shit, that's what I want.
Was that the main reason you transitioned away from videos, right? Because you go from videos to building credit, repairing credit for people, businesses. Was it because of your son?
Before I got into credit, I didn't know I was gonna have it. My son was not around. It was literally because the games were changing, and it's like, if I'm gonna be a business owner, if I'm gonna do something for me, and if I'm gonna run a business, what is one of the best businesses? Fast-growing businesses, very liquid business, and what's something everybody has a fucking problem with? Their credit. Literally. Like, right now, supposedly, I forgot what the thing is. If you have like $10,000 in cash, you're richer than like 80% of fucking the world.
Is that a real thing?
Bro, people are fucking broke. Like, for real. Like, it's bad. And people have badass credit. I have over 100 clients, had badass credit. People, back in the day, they didn't know. They don't know really what the fuck credit is. They just get approved for a card, swipe it, try to pay it back, interest kick in, you can't catch up. Well, now you're locked in a cycle of what they want to put you in realistically. But if you know the game, corporate America, you know how to really do these plays, you're printing money. You could print money and pay everybody back perfectly clean. You got to do right good business. You just got to do your shit. Got to be a responsible adult, But I'm telling you, like, suppose I got a thing. It's on my goddamn webinar. But like, the age of average credit, like, kid you not, like, whoever, like, supposedly it's like, you gotta be like 70 to have an 800 credit score. Like, a lot of people don't have 800 credit scores. People don't almost like this. People be like, man, I wish I had that. That sounds like a fucking, like a dream, like like something that never happens. But it's like, I've seen it. I know what it does. I know how to maintain it. I know how to get it. I know exactly what is needed to get an 800 credit score. It's not that fucking hard. If you do this shit right, you could have that shit within the year, within 6 months, depending on what the fuck's on your credit. Because people go get auto loans, don't know how to get auto loans. People fucking go in collections, don't pay their fucking bills on time, or they're, I even had a story where, I had my family member put a car in my name, like it's literally, what is it? It's financial literacy, and they're illiterate as fuck. That's a lot of people. And I could know from firsthand experience, because I literally see the shit. So with that, oh my God, you can have a lot of clientele. Now, my clientele is also 18 to 65. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a social security number, you're a person born here, you have a credit score. There's no way you don't. It's what America is. So that means that I could fix anybody's credit from 18 to 65. That's a big pot of clients. And now it's like, okay, now I got to show results. Okay. I'm going to do the results on myself. Show y'all what I do with this 800 credit score. Show y'all all the investments I'm making, the money I'm getting. Like, who works a 9 to, like, who can work a 9 to 5 and make 35 grand in 6 days?
Nobody.
From January 1st to January 6th, I make 35 grand.
Damn.
Working for myself.
And that's just the credit. That's not even all the other businesses.
Exactly. I got my BMW. I still have yet to. I'm gonna get my BMW a big ass hug when I see it. It's been like 2 months. My BMW is $1,500 a month. I got good credit, so like it's $150,000 BMW. Some people paying like $2,000, $3,000 for that. No, I pay $1,500 because you come in with an 800 credit score. I rent that BMW out, whether it's to drive someone, take it for a drive and they take it, or a music video or a photo shoot, prom, whatever it is. But right now it's on a booking for 2 months. That shit made me almost 10 grand. I just paid the car note probably 6 months in advance. You know what I'm saying? So I drive my exotic cars for free because they pay themselves. Or if I want, I can take some of it, put it in profit. But I like to drive cars for free. So my cars pay themselves and they get paid off faster.
Who the fuck is booking a car for fucking 2 months for that much money?
White people. I don't give a shit either. I don't give a fuck. And what's beautiful about my car, you have to be 30 years or older to even book my car. So it's grown folks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about no YN hopping in my car, rappers and shit. No, I want sophisticated adults. Like, I don't have time for that kid shit these people be playing in the streets. No, I need business owners, maturity, adults. Like, I don't get it. You know, like it's a literal difference from a fucking 30-year-old to a 20-year-old wanting to get in the BMW. You want them fucking spin that bitch.
Yeah. The 20-year-old's gonna fucking probably crash that bitch.
This 30-year-old probably got, you know, maybe a decent credit score, probably got insurance, can cover this shit, whatever. Like, yeah, I'm going that way.
They just want to create a facade.
You know, like for real. Fucking, but my shit be getting booked.
You referenced money as a facade previously. That your thought process behind what money was before versus now. Why was that?
So before it was like we had to work hard for it. You gotta go slave for it, for real. You know, you gotta go get a 9 to 5. You know, or as a creative, you gotta go still work for someone. You gotta go kind of, hey, I need your hard-earned work money to make me some hard-earned work money to shoot your video. You know, it's like a little cycle like that, for real. But I figured out that's not the fucking case. Where you can walk into a bank, multiple banks, and walk out with $100,000 in 9 minutes. Because I done it and vlogged it. I don't have to shoot or ask anybody for money or work for someone. Motherfuckers work slave. They'll be like $100,000, I make $100,000 a year. They'll be like, oh my God, that's a great job. You know, I'm killing it. You know, that's 6 figures right there. I go see 6 figures in 9 minutes. We're on a different ball game, buddy. I need 10 million a year. I want 100 million a year. It's literally a different ball game. The banks will give it to you. They, by law, have to give it to you. As a government, as the United States, we print $1.5 billion probably a day. So you're telling me, y'all print all that fucking money, where the money goes? To Federal Reserve, the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these money and all this shit is in the bank. Where you go put out your money? The bank. So where am I going to get money? The bank. Who gives you money for your cars? The bank. Who gives you money for your mortgage? The bank. So where all this shit money coming from? The fucking bank. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if there's such thing as designed to give it to you and they kind of have to give it to you by law, why wouldn't you do it? And if you're telling me if I told you can go to 5 banks and go get $100,000 from all 5 of those banks, obviously this money's not okay, I got 500 grand, I'm gonna go get a Lambo, I'm gonna go do some dumb shit, I'm gonna go get designer all day. No, that's money to make you more money. That $500,000 should make you an M, or maybe 750,000. You know, make you a $250,000 back.
Make you enough.
You know what I'm saying? You could live off it. There's certain things and there's certain, you know, loopholes and stipulations where you can literally, you know, fund your life.
Write it off.
You can write off everything. You the boss, you know? But to think about working for someone and try to build someone's millions when I could be building my own and the bank's gonna give it to me because they print it by law. And then on top of it, you could do that not only for just one LLC with 5 banks, you could go get another LLC and get 5 banks, and then another LLC and get 5 banks, and another LLC and get 5 banks. You're sitting on millions now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like money is printed, it's thin air, it's literally a fucking piece of paper. I think it's like 26 countries. They like ban the US dollar, they don't fuck with it. Because it's literally nothing because we print the shit. We print that motherfucker like we print toilet paper. I'm so serious. So shit, what the fuck? So I'm gonna keep using this system. I'm gonna use the system how it is because business credit was before personal credit. You go look it the fuck up. I'm talking a years of gap. Business credit was first. So what does that mean? Oh, it's designed for businesses. Who made the taxes? It's all for business. It's not designed for us because as a person, you're working what? 3 to 6 months free for the government when you get a job? But when I have my own business, I don't work for the government free. I get all my money up front and pay taxes at the end. You never get taxed on borrowed money. You could write off fucking everything in the goddamn world. Your socks, your ass, your clothes, your bows, like the whole thing. You could write it off except for like few things that, are little loopholes of the shit. But bro, it's so much. It's not designed for people. It's not. It's designed for businesses. It's called corporate America for a reason. Corporations build America. It's the game right there. You can't beat them. You got to join them. How do you join them? Go get a fucking LLC for $150 at the Secretary of State. EIN's free. You now can write any document Apple, Tesla, Walmart can fucking write. You can write off all the shit that they can do, you can do now. And you just paid $150.
So let me ask you something real quick, right? Where you take it back a little more towards the personal side, right? But where was it that this hunger for money had stemmed from, right? Because not to say that everybody's not hungry for it, right? But I see it in you, bro. Like this is different. This is different. You know what I'm saying? Like most people aren't money hungry and just striving to where can I get the next buck? For you, you've always seemed to be a hustler, right? Because to be making 150, 200,000 off videos, that's a different type of hustle. Because I definitely know there's videographers who aren't even breaking 50.
I'm a Capricorn. I be looking at the zodiac. That shit be saying fucking I'm with the monies. I'm with the business shit. So I feel like it's in me. But I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I know the type of lifestyle I want to live. I know where my head is at. I know my intentions, really, because they'll say money changes you, you get money, it changes you. Yeah, it will, but you're either gonna have it change you better for the worst. Like, I want money to change me for the better because I got people that I need to bring up. I got people that I want to look after and show them the way, the ropes, the design, whatever the fuck it is, because I want to buy 10 cribs on my homie before I buy 10 cribs alone and be the only one fucking balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have this go-getter mentality. On anything I do, anything I say, I like to speak to it in existence. Like, I picked up the camera. I wanted to be a photographer. I started building that myself. I wanted to go play football in college. I was able to make that happen. Went to University of Dubuque. Fucking after my freshman year, I only played one season. I lost my right eye. Can't see on my right eye even to this day. And I was like, I still want to shoot videos and be a photographer and videographer. I did that. I pushed that to its fullest limit that I seen it go. And now I guess, you know what I'm saying? Again, I could have been more. But, and I built up that motto, shit, I'm the one eye assassin. I got literally one eye. I cannot see on my right eye. And I be shooting better than people. We going to school and this, then, and the third. Like, I got one fucking eye. How am I shooting better than y'all? How do I see this clip and this footage and this shit just looks so clean to me better than y'all? And like, that's how I came up with the one eye assassin. And I just proved it. I was like, look, I'm finna do this. I'm gonna get plaques, shooting videos. Did that. I'm finna shoot a fucking movie. Did that. I'm gonna shoot a commercial. I'm finna go be on a film set on the new studio. Fucking WGN. Fucking, oh my God, like everything I said I was gonna do it. And it's like it's just a mechanism in me, It's like you gotta prove it to yourself. It's your own hunger. If you speak something into the world, why not do it? If motherfuckers want to be a rapper, if you want to be a rapper, at least try it. Do it. Get that done. Like with me, if I say something, I put my mind on it, I'm gonna make it happen. There's no way in hell. Like my drive, my hunger, I done had shit taken from me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be NFL. I wanted to go to pro. I wanted to build athletes. Taken from me. You know what I'm saying? I had to be a man earlier. My father died when I was 13. Taken from me. Like, life is short. This shit can only happen while we're here. So am I gonna bitch and moan and kind of like shut down? Or I'm gonna prove to not only myself, the people before me that passed that wanted to see me here, and the people that are in my future that I'm sure I want to bring with me.
Mm.
So it's like all that shit from past to present to future all plays like a role in my hunger and why I fucking do this shit and why I love this shit and why I'm not settling for less. I don't want to be average. I don't want to be the next Joe. I don't want to just sit in an office or make 100, 200,000 a year while my boss is drinking a fucking champagne on his yacht. I want to be the one on the yacht with my wife and kids and my company's building. But like, I also see different companies where like, I know how I'm gonna treat my employees. All my people gonna be straight. That's how I want it. It's not gonna be, oh, I own a restaurant, my fucking server is getting $2 an hour. No, we gonna have a fire us restaurant. Motherfuckers gonna be paid what the fuck they need to get paid. So motherfuckers could live. That's what I want, and my drive stems from all that shit.
That's the part of the story where it shows what happened that made you into who you are today, right? Because when you have things taken away with you so early on, that's when you really feel like, okay, now I got to figure it out. I got to figure out a way. With the loss of your dad, are you the oldest?
No, actually, I'm like middle. Yeah, I got, what? How many brothers? 6 brothers? 5 brothers? 2 sisters? I got 2 sisters for sure. How many fucking brothers do I got?
So are you 2 or 3?
I have 2 siblings from my mom, and the rest are from my dad. So I got my younger sister Roxy, Rihanna actually, and then my little brother Cam, and his name's Cameron. He actually is a producer. I got him into 1002 Studios. He is one of the head engineers or like co-head engineer. I don't know, whatever they say over there. But he be producing, making beats, records everybody. He's locked in over there. And he's crazy. He's my youngest brother, but he's like 6'6".
So you have another job?
No, that's all he does. That's all he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Put him in, like, hey, that's what you want to do? I bought him so much equipment. I supported him. And I was like, look, you get good at this, I'm going to get you into a studio, brother. He had a no 9-to-5, this and that. And he was working like part-time at the studio to build up his repertoire. And he was learning from them and how to engineer. But I was like, bro, you want to do this? This is the place you're going to go. And my boy owns the studio. You're in. And then fucking from there is history. That's all he does.
I was about to say, why didn't you just tell him to build his own studio at that point?
I mean, because my brother just is about to be 21. He's young. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and he's been in the studio, what now, 2 years now, 3 years or something like that. But like, this city grimy. I don't want him building up a own studio and having some goofies come try to rob him, this and that. Like, I want him to build with a team that's already building a company and build a brand together, which is my guy, Lito Garcia, who owns 1002 Studios. He has like 4 other engineers. And my brother is one of the top engineers there. So it's like, yeah, build that brand because we're going to get, we're going to go eventually get more studios, get some studios down south for up north, Wisconsin, or in the burbs. We're going to open it because they got the clientele. And I help, a little bit with the financial stuff with Lito, whenever he needs, I kind of do the credit stuff. Like whenever we talk, like I always ideas, whatever. Like, bro, we can do this shit whenever you're ready. Boom, press that button, we gone. So it's good for him to build that, and then when it is time and he learns from all the experiences, yeah, build your own fucking studio. But right now he's in a good space. And then my other brother, Jaden, he's a mechanic. That's what I was with today, helping me fix my black truck.
You got it mapped out, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I got siblings. It's like crazy. I love it all. I love them.
But with the loss of your dad, how much of that landed on you? Do you feel like you had to step up?
It's sort of in a way, for real. It's crazy. Like if I show you a picture of my dad and I show you the picture of my like siblings, I'm the twin of my dad. And I also carry his name. So it definitely felt like that. It didn't feel like it too much in like my household when I was with my mom, because I was the only child with my mom and my dad. My other siblings, they didn't share my dad, so it wasn't more so on that side. But when I did see my younger brothers on with my dad's side, it was like I want to be there for them. Even my older ones, it's like it's not more so we need to be here for each other. We don't have our father. We look at all the kids we got. Like we need to bundle up for real. Whatever y'all need, we need to do events. We need to make sure we're not fucking distant. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what he would want. My dad was a real family man. He was big on family. Christmas, holidays, birthdays, and that's one thing I like. We all pretty much get from him and get from that side of the family. That's like we gonna be there for our family. If it's a birthday, this and that, no matter how many days, because like August, I got like fucking 10 birthdays I gotta go to. But like we're there. That's because we want to. Life is short, We want to, and it's like us being together, we get to share memories of him, and kind of, I feel like when we're all together, we're having a good fun, and we're like making him happy, Like he's smiling up there, all the kids together, we fucking around, having fun. We grown now. Fucking my little brother, my brother that's a mechanic, just turned 21. I was like, bro, you gonna go to the strip club? Like I'm sure my dad would have taken you to the strip club because I just know my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I get to kind of do the things I kind of think my dad would have done, and it's just my dad was a character. So
Yeah.
So it was like,
He sounds like it.
you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, my dad was a Rough Rider. He was a Rough Rider, the DMX crew.
Oh shit.
Yep, they drove. They were the Chicago Rough Riders, and then he even got pictures partying with DMX, big ass Hennessy bottles and shit, bro. I was like, oh my god.
He said anything was possible.
You feel me? He was been doing that shit. But yeah, it was my dad always. But we bundled up together. We're it hurts, but we always get together on his birthday, anniversary type shit. But as a family, even with me, like we were all there for each other. I felt like it didn't lean too much on me, but I feel like I did take a lot of because I look exactly like him. That's where that kind of came from.
You're the type of person that wants to take care of everybody, right? Even when that came down to the financial aspect, you're looking for ways to make sure that your people are okay. And with loss and grief, a lot of the times there's a hole left behind, and we're looking to fill that hole often, right? We're trying to find something to make us feel better. When it came down to me losing my two grandmas, that's when I started this. So it became me distracting myself with work. It became me distracting myself with being outside. And, at that time, I'm 21, so I'm thinking like, oh, this is what I do. Like, this is regular. This is regular everyday shit, right? And later down the line, you're like, oh, maybe I was just kind of like distracting myself. And maybe I was going a little too hard, because now that I'm finally like burnt out, because there comes a time where all of that is just not going to do something for you. That's when you have to do the internal work and start to realize, well, maybe I'm not okay. And how do I become okay again? What did you notice that hole being left for you?
Man, it's crazy you think about that, because look, when he passed, I feel like it was the biggest hole in my life, right? And I feel like I never felt that hole until I had my son. The reason why is because everything I did and everything I do and everything I did now until I had my child, I feel like was for my dad. Like I wanted to do everything I possibly can, build the name, build this. So when I do see him one day, I get that. I'm proud of you, son. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I get all the trophies, all the whatever. I don't care if it's third place, fourth place, whatever. I want all the accolades because I was doing it for him. Because I was missing that, that father son. I'm proud. I feel, everybody would tell you they're proud of you, and you just kind of like a little, yeah, I appreciate you, thank you, but like, it's not the one you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not the one. You want them all, but it's not the one you're earning for. You know what I'm saying? But when I had my son, I feel like that hole was filled for him, and now like not more so a new hole was born, but like a fire was born after the hole closed. I feel like that. So I was trying to do it for my dad. Everything, boom, my son was born, and I was able to pass our name down. And it's like I left a legacy, leaving not only my legacy now my dad's legacy, my grandfather's legacy. And it's like a lot of stuff I built now is now my son's. I feel like for some reason it was like my dad telling me I'm proud of you, like even blessing me with a son so I could pass the name because I was scared as shit I was gonna get a daughter. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it just be those little things, and it's like, thank you. Like I get it. I get the picture. It's not about making you proud anymore. It's about making my son proud and doing everything for him so that he could be proud of his father and everything that I want to build and be. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where, because I kid you not, like losing my dad has been the probably worst things ever that happened to me and always stuck with me until August 1st, 2024.
In what way did he set the foundation for what you believe a father needs to be?
A righteous, loving, caring man. Like my dad was everything. Obviously, everybody makes mistakes. My dad used to gang bang back in the day, whatever it is. But when it comes to family, father, like he put his foot forward and then some. And there's almost not one time I can think like, I was like, "Pa, I need you." And he was like, "No, I can't be there." Like he was going to be there. I don't give a fuck. Like, motherfucker, leave his job. We're going to give a shit. And it's like, when you have someone like that, that's Superman. So I need to be Superman. I got to be that same reflection, just minus the mistakes.
But you're human.
I'm also not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some idiotic ass shit where it's like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like we're all gonna make mistakes, but I'm gonna say, but not refrain from scratching mistakes.
Yeah.
Without the idiocy of the dumb shit.
It just comes with life, right? Something that somebody had told me once is this is our parents' first time living life too. This is our first time living life. So we're never going to be perfect. We can strive for perfection, but we're never going to meet that. I used to always say that, I'll never be perfect, but I want to be damn near close. And I think at some point I kind of lost that. I stopped wanting to be perfect and settled for we're going to be good. We're just never going to be perfect. And that's probably the wrong mindset to have taken. I don't know at what point that changed, right? But had I strived to be perfect, maybe things would be a little bit more different, right? But we can never hold ourselves to what we were and who we were. The best thing we could possibly do is strive to be better and not allow our past and our mistakes to define us.
That day behind you is the past. We got, we learn from our days, from our weeks, from our mistakes, shit we say. Because whatever happened, when I wake up tomorrow, this is now in the past. Content's going to come in the future, but this is the now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to, while we're in the now, do what we need to. So when it does come to the past, you're not regretting it. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like dwelling on it. Like, shit, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, just don't leave receipts with CVO because he got them.
Oh, never. No, I got them all. I got them all. I keep them all. Keep them on me. I like receipts and results. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that shit. That's undeniable when you got the receipts and you got results.
I don't want to get too much into your business, but touch on that a little bit, right? Like you were being called out and had to say, I have receipts.
Right now I'm going through and you know what? I gotta be careful what I say here because
We don't even
this
got to
is, you
talk
know,
about it if you don't want to talk
no,
about
no.
it.
I feel like I do because, bro, this shit bullshit, you know. But I am going through, a custody battle. I wanna be the caregiver, the decision maker for my son because in all reality, I am the right person for it. Um, and it's the only really thing I could say on that is like you gotta pick your partner smart. You know, don't just have kids with anyone. Don't just bring anyone into your life. Like you have to strategically move for real. Obviously, people be having mistakes, having not mistakes, like, what the accidents, kids you be popping up, this and that. But even then, figure out the person you damn near wouldn't want to have a mistake with, not mistake, but no mistake. I can't say mistake, an accident with.
Choose wisely.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's on me. And there were so many red flags. There was so much shit. So many people in my telling me like, bro, no, run. And I just got a big fucking heart.
What made you hold on?
In all reality, I said, one, I got a big heart, so when I do love someone or try to love someone, I try to do that extent. But she also had a son before we had a son. And his father's not in his life. And I pretty much, once I got introduced to him, fell in love with the kid. The kid's a great kid. Love that kid like he's my own as well. It was more so I was trying to fill that father role and be there for him and then his mother and put them in a better position and have a nice family. And it's like shit. And it's I'm also thinking, oh, if I have a kid with her, our child will have already a sibling and building up that foundation of a family. Like I don't care if you're not my biological son, but I'm raising you, And it was like that's a lot of love and that's a lot of different, emotion and feelings and a whole bunch of stuff that comes with that. And trying to not only shape a kid that's not yours, but then now you're having your own kid. I gotta shape not both kids. And it was like a big ass love attachment and like family attachment that I really like was clinching onto until I realized like this is draining. This is fucking me. I'm losing businesses, literally losing physical businesses, a whole bunch of shit. Where it was to the point where you get taken care of, you don't gotta worry about nothing. You got two bills. You don't gotta pay no rent, no this, no that. Everything we do is paid for. You don't gotta fucking work. And I still get treated like what? And it's still bullshit. I was like, yo, I gotta go. And even me leaving, getting my own apartment, my own space, I was like, look, I'm still gonna pay your rent. You my baby mama. You could live in here, my other crib, which is bigger than the crib that I moved into just so I can get away. And she fucked it up too. And I was like, what the like you just don't want it good. Like I know there are some wonderful ladies out there that probably would kill to have a man like that, where it's like I want to take care of you. I want to take care of your kid, and that's what I was fucking doing.
But do you think that came from the fact that you're still trying to fill that hole of losing your dad?
You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it could have been, but that's why once I had my son, I was done with all the bullshit. Like I said, it was a different type of person love in me where it was like, I don't need my son around this bullshit. Where it's like, this is toxic. This is crazy. Like, this is not healthy. My son should not be around none of that because I know what the fuck I was around. And I'm nipping that shit in the bud. Cause I also tried. I even paid for fucking therapy.
Damn.
Yeah. Paid for fucking therapy.
What did you experience that you hope that he avoids?
Literal domestic violence. Fucking homeless. Fucking moving place to place. When I was born, my mom and my dad weren't even together. Like, I don't want that for my son. You know, I guess you could say I want the happy-go-lucky life, you know what I'm saying, to build for my child. But then, you know, I got my own stipulations I'm going to put in there and things we'll do. But I wanted a full household. I wanted the person I have a kid with, I wanted to be the person that I marry. And it's not happening. That's not happening right now for a shit show. And now it's like I'm more sharper, I'm more honed, and I'm more figured out on who was the right person, not only for me, but for my son. I know what I want, and I'm not getting nothing less than what the fuck I want because I come with too much. As a man, we provide. We stem from kings and queens. I'm not gonna act like no peasant, no pawn. No, I'm a king. I value myself very highly, and anyone that will be around me has to match that energy because it's like that's not that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna keep moving, man. One day I'll find me my little queen, you know what I'm saying? And then have my little more princesses and princesses and princes, you know what I'm saying, to rule this kingdom that I'm gonna leave.
You know, when you go through all that at such an early age, it makes you want better. It makes you want more. Some people go the opposite way. Some people realize that later on in life. My idea of what love was supposed to look like was never healthy because I never had a healthy version of example, right? You went the other way where you understood the fact that what you saw wasn't healthy. And I'm sure you ended up in situations, not to that extent, but you ended up in situations that weren't healthy for you. And it takes work to understand that I need better. The relationship you speak of, without details, it was a situation that wasn't healthy and you stayed too long because possibly your version of love is what you saw growing up. Now having your son, you've been able to redefine what love looks like. And knowing that you want better for him is the key to that.
Real shit. And that's why, like, even right now I can't see him. I wish I could see him. I see him through a screen right now, literally. But in due time, everything's gonna work out. Hopefully, in my son's best interest favor. I'm not even gonna say my favor. In my son's best interest favor, and the courts will appoint that. And I just want to give him the world. He literally is like that feeling, that person, that thing, that itch, that everything. He's my why. You know, I want to be healthier because of him. Like I wanna make sure my body is on point. I want to make sure my mental health, my physical health, everything, because I gotta raise my son. I don't want him being 13 and I'm gone, or even younger. Like I want to be in my son's life, and I want to fucking see it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, be there for him longer than I had my father. So that's a big like thing for me. I can't put him through that because I went through it, and I don't want. I can't wish that on my son.
And it seems like you're doing it right. You've been doing everything you can to become a better version of who Jose is. Something I want to go back to a little bit, right? Because we kind of skipped over it. I think it's a huge part of, something you had to adjust to being 18 to 19. You had a transition from sports to videos, and that's because, unfortunately, you lost a part of yourself, literally. Where did you find yourself mentally after not only having your first passion ripped away from you, but now literally a physical disability given to you?
Man, it was a crazy situation. Like, it was crazy because, like, being in football was one of the greatest times of my life. And I went to go fix a small hole in my right eye. The hole was like a tiny, it's called a macular hole. Went to go fix it.
Hold on. How the fuck you end up with a hole in your eye?
Man, so I did a lot of sports in high school. I did 4 different sports.
You got poked and shit or what?
Who the fuck knows? I don't know. It just one day in baseball season, I looked up, I couldn't fucking see a pop up. I was like, yo, something's wrong. And then my doctor looked in my eye and it was like, yeah, you got a macular hole in the center of your eye. And it's like, what it was, like, let's say I look at the camera or screen, whatever I was looking center at was like a little blank spot, but then everything else around it, I could see it. So a football is obviously bigger than a baseball. So football's in the air and it's brown. I could see it. A baseball is a small ass ball, white popping up, and it's like a little dot. And my eye was just blinking it out. So I couldn't fuck out.
It smacked you in the face?
A few times. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, yo, coach put me back in infield. I can't see that. Like, it was crazy. But played football, and I was happy that I was able to play football with the small hole. But it was more so I went to go get it fixed. I wanted to be sharp, pure, ready for my sophomore season. Spring training was about to start, and I needed to be on point. So when I left for winter break, I had surgery. Surgery was probably like an hour, maybe, something. And then I had to look down for like 3 weeks, like physically look down. It was crazy. And then everything was kind of cool. When I was like, okay, now I gotta go back to school. I got a report for it's like J term, right before like your actual term. It's like extra classes, whatever. So I go over there. I was there for 2 days. I kid you not, it looked like cement was flowing in my fucking eye. And I called all my guys. They came out of all their classes. We drove to the doctor. Doctor looked, got detached retina. You need to go have surgery. I got on the bus from Iowa. Got on the bus, came here. The next day, I was in surgery for like 7 hours.
Damn, over a detached retina, it takes 7 hours?
My eye was ripped in the back of my eye in half.
Damn.
It was 180 degrees.
So it was inside?
Mm-hmm. It was in the back of my eye.
Oh my fucking God.
So you know how, okay, so do you know how like...
So this shit was white?
No, it was more so like cementy, gray, weird. It's crazy. It was crazy, bro. It was like I can't even describe this shit.
I don't even want.
It was. I'm telling you, it was like whoa, right?
Oh my God.
So I get that fixed. So even right now to this day, I have oil inside my right eye, a silicone buckle around my eye so my eye won't rip again, and then they had to remove my lens of my eye, so because I kept developing a cataracts. So right now, if anyone were to look at my right pupil is not a circle. It looks like a cat eye. I swear to God. But some people, they don't look hard enough to really. But yeah, it's like a big ass oval.
Damn.
But from that happening, I was a full blown athlete, 180 pounds soaking wet, ripped fast. I went from there. I couldn't lift anything over 5 pounds. That means I couldn't even lift my cameras because I had the biggest lens. I had a nice big lens. It was a Canon 7D Mark II, big body. I couldn't lift shit. All I could lift was my fork, and I was eating a lot. So I went from 180 to 240, 250. Like, it was terrible. And I was like depressed. Couldn't shoot, couldn't play football, couldn't do nothing. Obviously, I kept with my appointments, kept healing. I went back to school. Once I was able to lift more than 5 pounds, I picked up the camera again, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make something of this. I'm going to become the photographer and do like the media for my football team. Since I can't play no more, the coaches loved the idea and they paid me. They literally paid me the whole season, every day but Sunday, even if I didn't have to film. They're like, fucking my eye just fucking ripped open type shit. Like, they fuck with me. But it like that just wasn't paying tuition. So I had to leave, and it was like, bro, I was like, education taken away from me. I'm at a top 25 school in the country. Fucking don't got no eye no more. Can barely shoot a video and shit. It was just so much shit. It was like, I feel like I was going down to my last. And it was even crazier because when I came back home, when I left my school, I went to apply to Columbia downtown to study film. They accepted me, but they told me I had to be a freshman again. I was now about to be on my junior year. I said, fuck you. I'm not doing it. So for my mom, I tried to get my associates to finish up my associates with the credits that I had. And I went back to the community college that was in my community, and I felt retarded. Bro, I felt slow. I felt like I went from a university being in big ass classes, big raw ass professor rooms, crazy, to I'm in a little room with a desk maybe like the size of this. It's a little bit smaller. I swear to God, like it's just so condensed. And I was like, bro, what am I doing? Everything happened so fucking fast, gone so fucking fast. And it felt like I was like, I didn't know how to feel about myself because I was trying to be an athlete. I wasn't really trying to be a videographer. And then how that kind of like pushed me to being a videographer is I was literally in my biology class at Oakton Community College making maple syrup out of the tree or some shit. I swear to God, bro, it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And I got a call that day saying, yo, this videographer I booked with, I paid him like $1,500. He said he can't make it. Give me my bread back. I got a stack for you, bro. Can you come out and shoot this video? I said, you're in town. I was, Instagram, I was kind of promoting shit, but I was shooting for like people I knew. As soon as I got that call, I left. Never went back. Never went back to school after that day. I made $1,000 that day, shot someone's video, and I was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I was like, this was fun. I like this.
How do you get yourself out of that hole though? Because back it up a little bit. You end up 250 pounds. Your whole identity is ripped away from you. Physically, you can't see. How do you even mentally get back to a place where you're okay?
It was the camera. I swear to God. It was shooting, creating, knowing that I can still do that. And what got me skinnier too was the camera. Walking around with all that fucking gear. Because I kid you not, bro, you could ask motherfuckers that was shooting me back in the day. I used to walk around with my panel light, my tube light, my Ronin. And I'm talking about the big Ronin before they made the little RS handheld. I'm talking the big thingy. Walking around downtown. I got the computer. I got my computer in my bag. Got the whole backpack with the lenses. Got the strap with the fucking speaker. So I'm walking around like fucking a robot. You know what I'm saying? All up and down Chicago. Like, it was crazy. And I literally lost a lot of fucking weight. Literally just doing that. I have yet to hit the gym serious like I was before I lost my eye. Still to this day. The strongest, the most fine-tuned I was in college. Before the surgery. I've still yet to, but I know how to build the body. I was going to school for exercise science too. That's what like I wanted to do. I wanted to train athletes. So even to this day, I know how to build my body. I know how to do a lot of things and work out and do a whole bunch of things, but I just never did it. I don't know. I'm actually kind of scared because of my eye a little bit, lifting heavy ass weights because it's pressure in your eye. Fucking lifting up, fucking squatting, my eye pops out or something. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. You have everybody going crazy like, yo. But yeah, it was the camera, bro. It was the camera. I fell in love with creating. I fell in love with the art, building my name, building a brand, building something that was me, not based on my physical, but more of my brain, my creativity. And that's literally what made me like love life again, and then kind of building a new identity. Coming from again, I'm a wide receiver trying to go to the NFL to now I'm the one eye assassin. That's how I look at it, but that's what I give. I give almost everything to the camera.
Through all this loss and through all these changes, you've had multiple identities. You were the videographer, the athlete, photographer, because you were a photographer at one point, just straight up, credit builder, father. What's the most important thing you've learned about Jose through all of this?
That no matter the losses, the trials and tribulations, when you get back up and you give it another go, you put that foot forward, there's always going to be a better outcome that will come, I feel. Like, because I've been through so much, but I keep pushing, keep going, keep focusing. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how many losses I have in a year, no matter how many times my BM calls me bitching, whatever it is, like it's everything. You got to keep going forward. You have to. Because if you stay stagnant, you're going to kill your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And it's like even moving forward in where, not just moving forward in business, kind of grinding all the time, but like moving forward with life, in life, learning to forgive, learning to forget, learning to let go. You can forgive and still cut someone the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still let go and not feel like you're dangling anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things that you can do, and it starts with putting your foot forward and keep going.
Sometimes the most important thing is letting go, because the things that you hold on to sometimes are the things that are being a disservice to you. They're holding you back. And even though you want that thing so bad to be the one thing that made you happy, you want it to be the one thing that you're like,
But it's like that's mine, or I want it.
and once you move on and once you accept that it's not for you, God's going to bless you with something better, right? And unfortunately, a lot of the things that have happened to you, they've been struggles, but they made you who you are and they made you better, right? And like I said, God's going to bless you in every way, no matter what. It may feel like something's being ripped away. It may feel like the worst thing in the world, but there's always something better waiting for you. And man, I think your story has truly shown it. You've been able to rebrand yourself and create a new identity for yourself. And now you're sitting on a fucking, you're sitting on a gold mine, bro. And I love what you're doing. So man, I really hope that the best things happen for you. I hope everything gets settled soon. And man, keep killing shit, bro.
Thank you for letting me even come on here and speak my story, and letting me on your platform, a platform you've been building that I've been seeing too. And got to give you your flowers too, brother, because ain't no one really doing that stuff like this.
Of course, bro. If you got anything to plug, go ahead, plug it real quick.
Man, if you guys, want to follow me, know more of my story, see what I got going on. Instagram, CVO Films. Literally, you can Google CVO Films, CVO Films, everything. And then also for my accredited entrepreneur side, we got the Lead King CVO. Also, we got our film company, HQ Chicago. Man, like, let's lock in. I got a school group. I teach people how to fix their credit. I help people fix their credit, help people get funding. Whatever you want to do, I'm here to support, So hit me. This is an open book over here.
Sad boys for real. Peace out.